Hello, this is Top Preps Sports Interviews by Sunil. Tonight, I'm happy to be speaking with Wyatt Staggs, a senior and a combo guard on the Bulls High School varsity basketball team located in Quinlan, Texas. Once again, Wyatt, thank you so much for taking time out to speak with me tonight. Congrats on your success, in terms of playing basketball at Bulls High School. Can you talk about it? Sum up said your senior season.
Yes, sir. First, I just want to say thanks for having me. But we had our best school record we've ever had this year, over 25 wins,
Okay.
and finished third overall in district. Didn't go how we wanted to in the playoffs, lost in the first round, but
Hmm.
really overall, really good season for us. Head coach picked up his 200th career win this year, and just a great overall season, the best record the school's ever had. So it was a great year
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah. That's fantastic news to hear. Hey, Why I wanted to ask you, putting that Hornets jersey on, the number 11, every time you took the court, what did that represent to you personally, and just, being able to, go out there with the rest of your teammates?
It means a lot. Our team really had a tight bond just over the years. We've kind of all played. It's kind of been the same group of guys the last 3 years. When I was a sophomore and all the juniors we had were freshmen, we were all in the
Hmm.
varsity then. So we all been super young on varsity, and now this year we're all older and finally took that big step where I think we're
Yeah.
all developed to a pretty high level game. So it was a lot. It was real fun. Some of those guys are just my best friends. So it was fun to play with them.
Yeah, it's wonderful to hear. It must be like a full circle moment, White. Instead being a senior and be able to help out those freshmen and sophomores, knowing that you were there at one point, and looking up to those seniors, and here be able to pass down that knowledge and experience to them.
Yes, sir. It was definitely a different experience I've had than every other year I've had on varsities,
Yeah.
but it was definitely my favorite season.
That's great. That's great. Hey, you definitely flourished on the hardwood court, and the numbers speak for themselves. The fact that you were able to do it both on the offensive and defensive end. I mean, averaging 16 points per game, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Just, again, amazing numbers you were able to put up. Talk about your game and just the fact that how much, putting that work in, I'm sure on and off the court really paid off for you, Wyatt.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Definitely in the off season, basketball season ended last year, and ever since it ended last year, I've been in the gym as much
Mhm.
as I can, putting up shots, just going through different drills. And then just this season, every day, staying after practice, getting there early in the mornings, coming in on the weekends, just trying to get in the gym and just live in the gym as much as possible,
Yeah.
studying film and just hours on film, just trying to get as much knowledge as I can on our team and the other team to help us prepare on game days.
Yeah, it's tremendous. I mean, you're a real, student of the game, gym rat. I mean, that's really, I think, what it takes, that 24/7, 365 motto. Like, if you don't adhere to that, excuse me, you're really toast. I mean, if you want to be the best at, again, at your craft, and, separate yourself from the rest of the pack, White, you really have to put that time in.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's great. Hey, what's so impressive is that you just don't play basketball. The fact that you played football, running, track. I mean, multiple sports, and obviously that's got to really, pan out. Said extremely well for you. The fact that staying in shape year round here, Wyatt.
Yes, sir. And football, I played receiver and corner. So, that really helps with your hand eye coordination, just tracking the
Hmm.
ball. And then playing football, it's a real physical game. So, just your overall
Yeah,
strength in general. And then track, I ran the 4x4 and the 400 and 4x2 last year. So, just staying
okay,
in shape and then helping a lot with just sprints and endurance. And then actually qualified for regionals and high jump last year. So, of course, that helps. Just being able to
yeah.
jump higher helps a lot on the court too.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah, definitely. Hey, when it comes to the game of basketball, just what are some of the intangibles that stand out for you, Wyatt? Just in, I mean, whether it's during the course of a game, practice, off the court, just what makes it really enjoyable to play the game.
Just since I started playing in seventh grade, and ever since then, basketball has been my favorite sport. I've just loved playing it as much
Hmm.
as I can. Just staying in the gym all the time, really just growing a really big love for the game and a love for my teammates. Just it's like a real family out there. So it's real fun to play with them out. my
Yeah.
whole career.
Okay, I have to ask you, in terms of pregame rituals and before you take that court, just to get yourself really locked in and focused, as said at the task at hand, what you've done, like just on an individual basis here, Wyatt.
Just I think a lot of like the same things most high schoolers do now. Probably I know I have like my own playlist I listen to before games, and during
Yeah,
warm ups and stuff. Just nothing really too crazy. Just listening
yeah,
to playlist and then just
yeah.
going out there and hooping.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just wanted to build on top of that. That during the course of the game, I'm always intrigued by athletes, especially with basketball, what you see out there in the court. You're facing, of course, the opposing team, the players. Um, the fact that you're a combo guard. So, from your perspective, what is it during the game? Like, you're just trying to. I mean, of course, you're trying to outmaneuver and outduel, of course, the opposing team. But from your vantage point, what are those moments like for you, Wyatt?
My big thing is I watch a ton of film. I'm real big on film. If you can learn their tendencies from film, you get in the game and it's just secondhand nature. You just
Yeah.
pick up what they're going to do or what they're going to do before they do it. So I think
Hmm.
just watching film and then you get to the game and you know what they're about to do or their tendencies in certain spots, you can
Yeah.
just react on those and outplay, just make plays just by being prepared and just outsmart the other team, really.
Yeah. No, the good points you made there. Hey, the fact that you're so flexible in terms of the positions you play, playing that combo guard, said role. What is it about that? I mean, just the fact that teams really have to, zero in on you. The fact that you are, it said, play those multiple roles. Just our positions. Talk about that, Wyatt.
Yes, sir. So I go to a smaller school, so we don't have the 7 foot centers, the big six
Yeah,
eight, 6'9" guys. So
yeah,
really just seeing what we need defensively to match up with whoever their big is. So there were
mhm,
games I was matching up with their five. So I'm playing the five. So I played the 1 through 5 this year. So just
okay,
really being able to be flexible and just wherever I need to help my team succeed is just big.
yeah. No, it's terrific to hear. We talked about earlier the strength and conditioning. I mean, nutrition, rest and recovery is so important. Mental health as well. Talk about that. I mean, that really. I mean, it said, you need in terms of having uh the mental and physical, said capacity and components in place. Talk about how essential that was for you, especially here in your senior season, Wyatt.
Yes, sir. Like I said, overall of it's just my teammates, having every day to practice games, every day was fun. There wasn't one
Mhm.
time I think anyone really dreaded coming to practice at all,
Yeah,
which with all the previous teams I've had, I've never had that experience before where everyone just wanted to be there all the time. So that really helps
yeah,
you mentally too, just getting to, enjoy it every day and everyone around you's enjoying it too.
yeah.
Then yeah, a big thing is the just staying physically prepared, lifting weights, conditioning all the time. Make sure you're
Hmm.
not putting stuff into your body that's gonna affect you, eating right, drinking right,
Yeah,
and then keeping your legs fresh, getting massage guns, ice baths, whatever you really need just to make sure you're
yeah.
100% for game day.
Yeah, no, I mean the pounding you take, every game and just the recovery after that is so pivotal, because in terms of staying healthy, not only for the next game, but for the entire season here, Wyatt. I had to ask you just in terms of also what college and NBA players. I wanted to, switch that up, that you pay particular attention to and sort of maybe take away what they do on the court, some of their tendencies and apply it to your game.
College this year, I really started watching the new guard Duke got, Tyrese Proctor. I like
Hmm.
his overall game, and he plays the combo guard spot as well. And he's
Okay.
real smart, can play make, and I like how he kind of creates off the dribble. I
Yeah.
really like how watching him play, and then watching Grady Dick out of Kansas, just being able to get to his spots and pull up and shoot over defenders, just being a longer wing guard, just able to shoot over those guys too.
Yeah.
And then NBA level, I like Shea Gilgeous Alexander and kind of like a Devin Booker, and then
Hmm.
LaMelo Ball, just how, Melo's kind of flashy, play make, kind of a
Yeah.
pass first guy, but can still go score. Devin Booker just gets to his spots well. just like how he gets to his spots. And then
Yeah.
Shea, he'll come down and clamp you on defense, then get back down on offense and take you all the way to the rim. So I try to put
Yeah.
implements from all those guys into my game.
Yeah, no, again, all solid players, and I like how the way you describe it, the fact that, in terms of the spacing, the floor, creating off, the dribble. I mean, really, and then being that facilitator as well. I think on the court, that's great to hear. Hey, I had to ask you, the first time you took the court as a freshman, and now moving here, all the way up to your senior season. What were those? I mean, just describe those, moments. I mean, I'm sure, like, it's much different, knowing senior year, this is the last go around, but what were those experiences like for you, Wyatt?
It is definitely a big difference. Freshman year and
Yeah,
just knowing my role, I'm not going to get to go in much, coming off the bench to senior year being the go-to guy on the offense, kind of the
yeah,
team captain this year. So definitely big differences. So if I had to look back, my freshman year, I never thought I could be the player that I am today. I don't think back
hmm,
then. I mean, I hitting a big growth spurt going from 5'8" freshman year to 6'4" senior year definitely
yeah,
helps. But just I think all the hours in the gym, just helps you over time. Definitely big,
yeah,
just staying in the gym 24/7, like you said, being a gym rat, just trying to get in there as much as you can whenever you can.
yeah,
And then just learning from some of the guys ahead of me, above me, kind of took their leadership skills or just things I gathered over the years and trying to put all those implements into my
hmm,
game and my leadership as a senior.
yeah. That was one of my questions asking you about where that growth spurt took place. 6'4", 170. So you definitely answered that one, Wyatt. But
I think
hey, yeah, go ahead.
I think freshman year I came in, I think 5'8", 5'9", about
Okay.
115 soaking wet. So
Wow.
definitely
Yeah, no, definitely it's a sizable difference now compared to freshman year. Hey, as we know, it's just not about it being an athlete, it's being a student athlete. You've definitely been able to excel in the classroom, 3.4 GPA. Now everybody's cut out for this. Why? You got to have that time management organization down pat, and you obviously have that. Between the practices, the games, the lifts, watching film, it really takes a huge chunk out of your time. Talk about how you've been able to really strike that fine balance.
yes, sir. So my parents have always told me, you can't go anywhere to college or anywhere without, having good grades and then just about discipline.
Mhm.
You got to discipline yourself to make sure grades always come first. So you got to discipline yourself to make sure you're getting those done before you're getting all your other stuff done. But
Yeah,
definitely trying to find a medium between practices, getting your homework done, and still trying to get in the gym and get all those extra reps. But
yeah,
I think just, my parents always kept it installed, make sure you're on top of your grades, always keeping me on top of them. So definitely a
yeah,
big shout out to them there, just helping me throughout all that.
yeah. It's magnificent to hear. As you know, we live in a day and age of social media highlight videos, and you definitely been able to utilize that effectively. And of course, before we came on there, I talked about Kevin Moses. Big shout out to Coach Moses for arranging this interview, and he's just done a fabulous job across the country, being able to break down basketball players, skill levels, and I love what he had to say about you. The fact that you're a gem, you're going to be a steal for any program, but true leader and game changer. Solid scoring with games that were a scoring clinic. Beautiful shot from deep and explosive off the bounce and crafty. An awesome passer and defender and a horse on the boards. I mean, when you hear hear that feedback and those compliments, I'm just wondering what comes to your mind here, Wyatt.
I've always tried to have like an all around game. Like, I don't ever want someone to say, well, there's a hole in his game here, or there's a hole in his game
Yeah,
here. I want to make sure no one can really find a hole in my game because I don't want there to be a hole in my game. So
yeah,
just trying to work on everything, not just trying to be an offensive minded player or a defensive minded player or can just shoot or can just
mhm,
protect the rim. I want to be able to do it all out there so I can, like I said, you can do everything. You're going to give your team the best chance to win at the end of the day.
yeah. No, it's outstanding, and I think it's great because being able to showcase and for coaches, recruiters, I mean, to put those highlight videos out there and really display your talent level, what you could do on the court. I'm sure that that's something you really try to harp on here, Wyatt.
Yes, sir. So I know we live in a day and age like where your big thing for recruiting is going to be, getting your film out there to coaches, getting your stats
Hmm.
out there to coaches, just
Yeah.
really and like you can't wait for the coaches to reach out to you. You got to reach out to them too and
Hmm.
really show them you want it just as bad.
Yeah.
Like you got to reach out there and let them know. And Coach Moses has helped me a lot with that, helping me get coaches contacts, help me just get this interview, just really get me out there. It's really
Yeah.
helped me out a lot for sure.
Yeah, no, he's absolutely the best in the business. As you know, you need a family structure, solid support. You live with your dad, your stepmom, and three siblings. I just wanted to ask you what that meant to you here along this academic and athletic journey here, Wyatt.
It means a lot. My parents have always really helped me go get my goals and do whatever they can to help me accomplish whatever I want to get done
Hmm.
past just past high school, just to college, whatever I want to do. They've always been my biggest supporters. Then my siblings, it's always been, we've gotten real close over the past few years and
Hmm.
I know they look up to me and, I'm gonna miss them going off to college for sure, gotten all real
Yeah,
close. But
yeah,
it's just I want to be a good role model for my siblings too, for sure. So they get
yeah.
older, they kind of turn into better, just overall people.
Yeah, no, that I think that's again, it's just super important. So I got to ask you, Wyatt, with all the pressures of academics, athletics, you need some downtime. So I got to ask you, in your spare time, when you do have it, some of your favorite hobbies and just what you like to, that where you can clear your mind and sort of relax here.
Um, I help with my little brother. He plays. He's in sixth grade. He's 11. So
Okay,
I've always been real big. Just sports has always been my thing. Just whatever
yeah,
sport it is, baseball, football, basketball, whatever it is. So I always
yeah,
try to help him, because he wants to be great. He wants to put in all the extra time and stuff. So I'm trying to help him. So
yeah.
I help coach his football, basketball, and his baseball teams with little league. So that
Okay,
takes up some of the time. And
yeah.
then just hanging out with friends, hanging out with my girlfriend, just hanging out with the family, playing 2K, just whatever I can.
That's great. That's I like to hear that. Just the fact that you can concentrate on those things. Hey, I think you're in a perfect spot here, Wyatt, to offer some much needed advice and a message for those younger kids and athletes out there. As you know, we live in a very competitive nature and society. So I mean, really trying to separate yourself from the rest of the pack and trying to find the sport that you're most comfortable playing with. So obviously, you've been playing athletics for a long time. So I'm wondering, kids, watch this interview. What would you say to them?
Definitely all the extra work's going to pay off. You got to put in the extra work to be great. No one got good or got to where they're playing at a professional or college level just by showing up to practices, practicing for the practice times. You got to get in the gym, on the field, in the weight room, wherever you can. You
Hmm.
got to work extra. You got to know how bad everyone else wants it. You got to want it just as bad or more than everyone else does. You got to go out there and show you're not going to let anyone outwork you. You got to outwork anyone to get ahead.
Yeah. No, it's all said terrific points. Hey, before we get the last or the final word and message here, talk about Bowles High School in terms of the student body, administration, athletics. Just the support you've received them here, from them here in the 4 years, and especially playing on the varsity basketball team.
Yes, sir. I got to bowls when I was in fifth grade,
Okay.
and it's like a big family down there. Everyone's real close. Everyone's a small school, so all your classmates, all your teachers, all the
Hmm.
administrators, and they really do want you to succeed. They'll do whatever they can to make sure you succeed and you go reach the goals you want to accomplish.
Yeah.
From your classmates to the teachers, to the administrators, they've definitely helped me not just become a better athlete and a better student, just a better individual, just a better person overall. It's really
Yeah.
been big. Had a
Yeah.
great coaching staff all the years. We've had some coaches leave here and out, but every coach I've had since I've been in high school has definitely made a big impact.
Yeah, definitely life lessons learned and teaching you those values and beliefs. One question I had and it popped into my mind is talk about those home games and then even on the road away games. I'm sure building up that chemistry, of course, with your cohesiveness with your teammates. What has that been for you? What is that? So I mean, I'm sure they've been magical. Here the past 4 years.
Oh yeah, definitely. definitely best memories. I won't even know if they've been on the court with my teammates. Just, bus
Yeah.
rides, team dinners after, team dinners before the games.
Yeah.
Just being around the guys all 4 years has been great. And then, like you said, the home games, the away games, our fans have always traveled well to the away games, and they've definitely been there on the home games and kept the energy
Yeah.
up. So it makes it way more fun to play when the fans are energized and bench is
Yeah.
energized and everyone's into it. Definitely makes the games 10 times more enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm sure this past season with the records that you guys set and the amount of wins, I'm sure it just, really heightened that, and just like the fact that that brought that adrenaline, that energy, set into the building.
Oh yeah, I don't think the energy dropped at all this year. The energy was up from the beginning of the season till
Mhm.
the last dribble of the season. The energy was up
Yeah.
the whole year. Didn't matter if we were up in a game, down in a game. The fans were always into it. The team was always into it. Definitely
Yeah.
a high energy team, high energy fans. Just it was a great, great time.
I know it's never easy to take that jersey off for the last time, final game. I mean, I'm sure it's gut wrenching, a lot of emotions, tears. I had to ask you, I mean, like, for an athlete, I mean, I'm sure it goes by in a blitz. I mean, time you enter as a freshman and you finish up as a senior. So I'm wondering for you, what was transpiring through your mind here, Wyatt?
Yeah, this last senior season, like I said, it was definitely the most fun I've ever had playing any sport over high school this
Mhm.
year. We were all real close and everything, and this whole season just went by in like a blink of an eye, like you said, or in a
Yeah,
blur. It
yeah,
was
yeah,
real fast. Knowing that that could have been my last time I put on a jersey, it's crazy to think about. And last
yeah.
time I could play with some of my best friends. Like this team is really like a family this year. So
Hmm.
it was definitely hard taking off that jersey for the last time and knowing I won't be able to play with those guys again. Definitely
Yeah,
was a hard one. Or play for the coach. I've had same
yeah,
coach for 4 years and got a new assistant coach this year who's put in all the time and effort and extra time with me, getting there early to open the gym, staying
yeah.
after late, coming in on the weekends, really helping me perfect my craft and then just helping me, be a better person, better student off the court as well.
Yeah, and again, that's awesome to hear. Okay, White, you get the final word and message here for family, friends, teammates, and coaches uh, on the Bulls High School varsity basketball team, and administration, athletics, the student body, and the community of Quinlan, Texas. So, wanted to you've earned that right, and wanted to give you the. I'm sure there are a lot of people you want to thank here.
Sir, I just want to thank really just everyone who supported me and helped me out through these 4 years and definitely this last year, no, I don't think anyone would have thought, as long as I wouldn't have thought, me as my freshman year would be looking to go play college or even beyond college, playing
Hmm.
basketball, football, any of the sports. So just really just want to support everyone who supported me and had my back and really looked out for me these last 4 years for sure. And then just want to give definitely a big shout out to my teammates this year. Thanks for making this last year enjoyable. I couldn't have imagined a better senior year, maybe a better ending, but not
Yeah,
a better overall team, just everything this year. Big shout out to my parents, just helping me over my last 4 years of high school, just really getting me prepared to what it's like to be an adult and what it's going to be like in the real life after this. So, just big shout out to everyone. Thanks for having me, of course. Uh, Shout out to Coach Moses too, for sure. Setting this all up, just helping me, definitely big time. But hopefully this last game, this won't be the last time you see me in a
yeah.
basketball jersey, and definitely won't be the end of my journey. That's for sure.
Well said. Hey, White, just a true honor and privilege being able to speak with you. Once again, congratulations on your success at Bulls High School in Quinlan, Texas, on the varsity basketball team, and looking forward to seeing what you do here. I said the rest of your time again in high school, and then of course I'm sure I will be, hearing about you in college. Said this upcoming fall.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. And thanks for having me. Definitely
Thank you.
very much enjoyed it. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.